Hello, I'm Karen Algusma.
And I'm Dan Hayes.
And we're here at the London Chef getting ready for Christmas. And you're watching Go Island on ShawTV. On today's show, we meet a family who's making the most of every moment with their son. And HMCS Calgary is home for the holidays. All that and much more on Go Island. Hello, thank you so much for joining us on Go Island. The Christmas season is here and the big day is just moments away. And we're here at the London Chef with Dan Hayes because we want to get everybody excited about the stress that comes around from entertaining rather than stressed. And how are we going to do it? We're going to begin by making...
well, some mulled wine. I mean, it's stressful. You know, the whole thing is stressful and hectic, and people haven't seen each other for a year, so it's a little bit of, you know, anxiety.
Yeah.
So, some booze. That's the way to sort of counteract these things. Straight away, some red wine, you know? It's a touch of brandy, you know? I mean, you put as much as you wish, but you need some brandy.
Yeah.
Some spices. Cinnamon. That reminds me of Christmas so much.
It does, the smell, the look.
And I think a real cinnamon stick is such a wonderful thing.
It is.
What else? Some cardamom. Are you familiar with cardamom?
I am, but not really. Tell me about the cardamom.
Here's the thing. You break it open, like this, and you have these little seeds.
Okay.
Just
oh, that's beautiful.
So break a few of those open. There we go. A few more here.
Oh,
the
nice.
next thing, I think, is nutmeg. And shave it off. Some cloves. One goes a very long way.
They're very, very powerful.
Yeah, they're kind of a bit medicinal as well, as it.
Are they?
So maybe 2.
Okay.
Or 3.
Instead of buying the powdered allspice, you've got...
the whole, absolutely, the whole one, which is, you know, far nicer. I mean, if you can deal with whole spices, they're far fresher when you come to use them. Some sugar, there we go.
Yes. Well, the salt really brings out the flavors.
Yeah,
You've taught me that, actually, Dan Hayes. Wowzers. That is...
That works, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, this is the best mulled wine I've ever had in my life.
So if you leave that for 10 minutes, the spices will infuse and then you serve it. And your whole house will smell.
At this time of year in particular, we think about family, and Paul Ballstein met a family of 7, that's right, 5 kids, and one of their children has an incurable disease. Paul Ballstein with this very touching story.
Cranberry sauce, very, very easy.
Okay.
This time of the year, there are lots and lots and lots of cranberries around. Fresh ones, you know, beautiful like that.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
And what we need to start with is an onion. So we're going to take our onion and take off the skin like this, leaving the root on, of course, so the whole thing doesn't sort of fly around the kitchen. And now look, we can slice down vertically like that.
Beautiful. See how simple this is, my friends?
Very, very easy.
PVR this and watch again.
All the way, and we get a beautiful dice, you see? So a bit of oil in there and some salt to help your onions sweat down.
Nice.
And let those sweat for a while if you have time.
You know, it's interesting. Why onions with the cranberry sauce? What does the onion do?
It kind of gives it a savory note. Over here, we are going to get going with some stuffing. In a jar or a Tetra Pak, you go and buy some chestnuts.
Okay.
And they come out just like this, you know?
And sing the song as you're doing it. Chestnuts
absolutely.
roasting
on an open fire. So, why don't you give those a squish? I'll put them in there.
Dan Hayes making really great food.
I think it's lovely in your stuffing to have some big chunks of onions. We're going to use this sage for our stuffing here. So really we're doing a sort of a sausage stuffing, I suppose. Rip some of the sage up, there we go.
Now, I remember you telling me that sage is one of those herbs that does not taste good raw, right?
Absolutely. You must cook it. Very, very important. Yeah. Absolutely, you must cook it. And we're going to add some butter. A fair bit, I suppose.
Yes, it is.
Some butter.
It is crispy.
It's that time of the year. Our pork.
Okay.
Goes in there. And have you got your mixing hands on?
I do.
I hope you do.
Yeah, you want me to mix this together?
Yeah, absolutely. The butter and the onions,
okay.
It's going to be hot.
Yeah, I'll wait a minute.
So, you know, be careful.
Yeah.
We add that in, And to be perfectly honest, that is a great stuffing.
Lovely.
See how they're starting to break?
Beautiful.
We need to add a little bit of sugar. And what I like to do is add in some orange.
Nice.
And you can do zest if you want, but some juice works rather well. And the whole point of this, we can get far more technical.
Yeah.
But here you now have, in 5 minutes' time, the stuffing and the cranberry sauce. And
you're stress-free because you've been drinking the mulled wine. Well, as we continue to cook up the cranberry sauce, we are going to head out to Esquimalt, where the HMCS Calgary is in port and ready to celebrate Christmas. Christmas spirit is in the air, is it not, Dan Hayes? We're at the London Chef, and we're giving you all sorts of tips and ideas on how to make sure your Christmas is delicious and stress-free. Cranberry sauce, how is it doing?
It's doing very well. And of course, you know, apart from the orange juice, we didn't really put much juice in. Right. And you see it cooks down perfectly. Beautiful. A little bit of sugar, and it works very well. If you taste it now, it seems a bit tart. Right. But when you're eating a Christmas dinner, you know, the gravy's a bit sweet, and the mashed potatoes are a bit sweet. So it works quite well, you know, against the salt and everything. Yeah. So it's perfect to have it quite tart, and it's ready. You know, you put it in a plastic container, in the fridge, done. Interesting. And you know what I love about this idea is make a huge batch of it, and that can be your hostess gift. Now we're going to talk about making a bread pudding instead of a stuffing, because a lot of people get overwhelmed by stuffing their turkey on Christmas Day. But we have to take a very quick break. When we come back, Raji Kabli meets up with a woman who is putting a little heart into her oracle cards. We are talking about holiday festive cooking. We have done mulled wine and cranberry sauce, but let's talk a little bit about stuffing. And I remember you taught me this a couple of years ago, that instead of stuffing your turkey, which you can still do, but you might want to prepare the day ahead and do like a savory pudding or a bread pudding. So tell us how you would do that. So absolutely. I mean, you know, here we have sauteed onion, sage, ground pork, if you want some spices in there, a touch of breadcrumb, you know, if we don't have gluten-free people. And the big thing then is to take a little bit of oil, maybe olive oil might be nice. The bottom of the tray that you have, rub it round slightly and dump all this in. Oh. And then if you press it down, you can bake it and serve it almost like a slice, you know? When that's cooked, you can, you know, cook it quite well, because it's ground pork and so on, till it's all set and bubbling and brown. Cut it into chunks and serve it. Raji Kabli met a very interesting woman who decided to make her own oracle cards because she had a heart for it. We have to take a very short break, but go nowhere. When we come back, we are going to go on an island adventure and more tips on how to ensure that your Christmas dinner is stress-free. Well, thank you, Dan Hayes, as always. You inspire us to have a farm-to-table meal, to eliminate the stress, to focus on how to make sure that we enjoy the moments. And I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and I hope that your season is filled with delicious, healthy food, and that you enjoy all the people that come and hang out with you. Yeah. Cheers.
Women's clothing provided by Tulip Noir. Casual designer fashions. Men's wardrobe by DG Bremner & Co. Menswear and accessories. Hair services provided by Salon J.